What's up, everybody? It's Soren here on Unique Access. Today we're joined by Rittz.
Yeah.
And we're talking about best albums, man. OutKast's, ATLiens.
ATLiens, man.
Now, this is their second album. It came out in 1996. Coming off a super high off a Southern playlist of Cadillac Music.
Yeah.
So when this album was getting ready to come out, Elevators was the lead single.
Right.
What were you thinking, given that that was such a different sonic sound and a different style for them?
Well, it was just there wasn't nothing even to think at that point. It was like, you just wanted, nobody had heard anything like that before their first album, so you just wanted to know where they were gonna go next. When Elevators came out, you never heard nothing like that before. When Wheels of Steel was on there, and you go through your Wheels of Steel and Jezebel and Babylon and some of those other tracks that are on there. You never heard anything like that before. The South really wasn't represented at that point, which they were starting to be. 96, you started getting Master P started slowly coming along, and of course, ATLiens, MJG, and UGK. But OutKast to me started the whole, especially for me being from Georgia, and just the sound was so unique. When I hear ATLiens, it's like a different smell in the air. It just reminds me of then, because I was 16, I had an old school dope ass Buick Regal. So I felt like I was, I rapped too, so I felt like we was like the white OutKast.
And you got a tattoo.
Yeah, I got a tat. I got an ATLiens tattoo. It's messed up. It's a really horrible tattoo, actually. My boy Timmy, who was a good tattoo artist, I think he had one too many, and he was just like kind of, dude, this will be awesome. Just scrape it away. Okay. But dedicated my hand to it. I'm gonna get this redone. It's just to me, it's just a great album, man. But from the first album to all the way up to Spaghetti Junction, I thought was some of the best albums ever made. OutKast, one of the greatest groups of all time.
Okay, and with the back with ATLiens in particular, with that you had Jazzy Bell on there, for instance.
Yeah.
What was significant to you about that song?
I mean, if you gotta think about the beat, the way it comes in, and oh yes, I love her like Egyptian on your description. My word, your highness, no many buses, when they busted, they can be no minus. It's just like, it was showing respect to women too, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, and then instead of being just derogatory, it was just real, you know what I mean? It was just dope. It just had a flow, and then that stick that came in, and the stick, they had that stick on Elevators too, but it was a different one. But the beats were so cutting edge, nobody had that sound, period. So that was just a great record. And Wheels of Steel, I mean, when that comes on, that speed, that tempo, and then you got the scratching going on, and just the rap skills, period. And, nobody's heard nothing like that before. So it's just one of those things. Like when Snoop Dogg came out, you never heard that before. When Eminem came out, you never heard that before. When OutKast came out, you never heard that before. Just at certain times, there's people that come along that bring something so new and so refreshing, and OutKast is definitely one of them.
And I think too that you had mentioned ATLiens and MJG, but OutKast definitely introduced a new dynamic for Southern rap, also with having two super high power lyrical dudes like ATLiens and MJG were, and they were doing it like really accentuating that they were from the South, that they were from Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's two different places, one's Memphis and one's Atlanta, so even though, and one Suave House, who had their own different type of beats, and one was Organized Noise, Dungeon Family. So it was, they had their own sounds, but they were very similar though, as far as both having their own unique sounding great beats and being crazy and lyrical and street too. It wasn't like too conscious either, but it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a good balance.
It was a great balance, man. Some of the greatest music I think ever made.